Should you run from pain or should you walk towards it? Let's find out. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Brandon Aries, and welcome to the Sanctuary. The other day, I was cleaning my room, and then I started to look up at my wall, and I saw this poster that I drew about 2 years ago. And at the same time, I realized that it's been 2 years since I started this mental health self-love journey. For a quick recap, 2 years ago, I was in a long-term relationship that ended abruptly. And then the pandemic came directly after that. So I was completely and totally alone. I had no idea who I was, how I was going to keep moving, not even the slightest idea of what was next for me. And there were times when I asked myself, when will the pain end? I was hanging out with some of my friends right after the breakup, and they decided to do a paint and sip kind of night. For those of you who don't know what a paint and sip is, it's kind of like where you sip wine or liquor, beer, whatever, and you paint. It's actually pretty fun. This was the first time I've ever done that, so I asked my friend, I said, what do I draw? What do I paint? And she simply said, just put on the paper what you feel. It might help with what you're going through. So I made this poster, and even the therapist I had at the time was intrigued at what I made. So, what's the diagnosis, doc? Huh? What seems to be wrong with me? Everything. Oh. After a while, I realized that no one was coming to, quote, save me or get me out of this rut. The only person that was going to save me was me. So instead of continuing to run from this pain that I had, I stopped and I took the time to feel and embrace that pain. Then I learned how to move on and what to do to move forward. Because just like time, you have to keep moving forward. There's no backwards. I see so many people let their pain consume them or keep them in one certain spot. And instead of dealing with that pain and learning how to move on, they run from it and find distractions in other people or try and find ways to fill that hole that other people or other things had left with them. And to me, that just doesn't seem healthy. There's this saying that goes, hurt people, hurt people. Then there's another quote that just really sends the message to what I'm saying here. Don't bleed onto others that didn't cut you. Spicy. Whenever I'm hurt, feeling down, or in a rut, I always tell people, please just leave me alone. And they'll come up to me and they'll ask me, hey, are you okay? My answer is always honest. No, I'm not, but I'll be okay. Right now, I just need some time to be alone. It's nothing personal. And in the beginning, they take it personally, but eventually they come around and learn to understand it. And then it's shortly followed up with, well, if you need anything, I'm here. And I always appreciate that. I also feel that we can only run from our pain for so long. Like eventually that pain will catch up to you, whether it's mentally or physically. There are a few other sayings that I want to share with you that I feel are relevant to what I'm trying to say here. Never be a prisoner of your past. It was a lesson, not a life sentence. Listen to that again. So many people always feel trapped after a bad experience. But isn't that what life is about? Life is an experience of trial and error. Not everything is going to go your way. And that is where lessons come in. Learn from those experiences. Take in what you feel and how it makes you feel. Face those feelings and learn to embrace them as who you are. Then eventually you learn how you can move forward and move on. Then there's a quote from an anime I just finished. No, not this one. This one. Now, this anime has a lot of great quotes and a lot of great lessons that it teaches within the anime, but this quote really stuck out to me. The quote goes, sometimes you must hurt in order to know, fall in order to grow, lose in order to gain, because life's greatest lessons are learned through pain. This quote also kind of mentions that sometimes in order to get to where you want to be, you're gonna have to sacrifice. And this last quote hits pretty hard, so strap in. Pain only leaves once it is done teaching you. See, I told you it was going to sting. This is exactly why it is important not to run from your pain, because it never leaves unless you've learned from it. So if you stop running and you face that pain or those hard feelings, you'll be able to move forward and eventually move on. I'm a strong believer that pain is a necessity for understanding. Think about this. Without pain, is there really any value to the things that we lose? Sometimes pain is what makes us stronger because we learn from that pain and improve, or we make sure no one else feels that pain the same way we did. Pain is probably one of the best teachers nobody ever asked for, but it's needed to feel, to understand, to move forward, and to grow. Moral of today's video, don't run from your pain. Face it, learn from it, because like the great Robert Frost once said, the only way out is through. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helped anybody who's going through something. If you are, please let me know in the comments below. I'd be happy to try and help, or even if you just need to vent. Remember, this is the sanctuary, so you are in a safe space. If this did help, or you just enjoy the video, please be sure to drop a like. It is always so much appreciated. For mental health, dating, and daily life advice, hit that subscribe button, and next to that is a notification bell for every week this lonely lover boy is on your subscription feed. Be sure to follow my socials, my Twitter and my Instagram. Again, links will be down in the description below. Only merch. Remember, spring's coming. Better clean out that closet. Remember, use code Aries for 10% off your order. Also, check me out on Twitch. I stream every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. This past Wednesday was quite a mess, but we'll come back better, stronger for next week. So be sure to check me out on Twitch. Remember, Wednesdays at 2 p.m. I hope to see you there. Again, guys, links will be in the description below, as well as only merch and my Twitch link, as well as all the equipment that I use in each and every video. Thank you all so much for watching. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Yeah.